Hello students, today's topic is capital rationing. So capital rationing refers to a situation where the firm is limiting the cost of its investment. So that limitation could either be self imposed और एक्सटर्नल, या तो कंपनी खुद से ये लिमिट लगाती है या कुछ एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स की वजह से, बिजनेस कंडीशंस की वजह से राशनिंग करते हैं. ड्यू टू दिस कॉन्स्टेंट द फर्म इज नॉट एबल टू इन्वेस्ट इन ऑल द पॉसिबल प्रॉफिटेबल इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे मैं आपको क्लास में एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ कि कंपनी के पास में अगर अलग अलग इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑप्शन है, सपोज ए बी एंड सी, तो जिसमें मैक्सिमम एनपीवी होगी या हाईएस्ट रिटर्न होगा, कंपनी उसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट करेगी. लेकिन वहां पे हमें इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट भी देखनी होगी कि टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट कितनी है इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑप्शंस में. जो कंपनी का अपना बजट है, उनके पास में जो फाइनेंसिंग लिमिट है, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग वो इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकते हैं प्रॉफिटेबल इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी में. तो कीपिंग इन व्यू दैट कॉन्स्टेंट और द budget limitation, they find out a particular investment opportunity which is the most profitable or maximum return providing. So it has to allocate its budget among various proposals in order to maximize the shareholders wealth. Now there may be two reasons for that kind of capital rationing. One is the internal capital rationing, which is due to the management's self-imposed restrictions, and second is the external capital rationing, which occurs due to the imperfection in the capital market, maybe because of the uh, non-accessibility of the company to get loans from the banks or the financial institutions, or to not being able in the position to issue shares in the share market. So because of that also they cannot raise the capital from there. That may be external reason for the capital rationing. Now there are some conditions, or uh, we can say there may be some capital budgeting decisions under the capital rationing. So as I told you, there are two discounted cash flow techniques which are very important. One is the net present value NPV, and second is the profitability index PI. So whenever there is a condition of capital rationing, we prefer the PI method, that is the profitability index or the benefit to cost ratio method, which is preferable than the NPV method, because here we get a ratio or an index of all the present value of the future cash flows and the initial investments. So there is some condition for selection under the capital rationing. So we keep into view two things: the cost of the proposal, that our cost of proposal should not exceed the funds available. So we have to do within the available funds only. So our cost of proposal should be within that also. Second thing, the benefits which are associated with the proposal is more than the cost. So as always I teach you that the return on investment should be greater than the cost of capital, and we accept the proposal until the return on investment becomes just equal to the cost of capital, and below that we do not select the project, we reject it. Now there are some selection techniques. According to this, as I told you, there are some capital budgeting techniques such as the discounted cash flow DCF techniques and the non-discounted techniques. So here two types of techniques are used. The DCF techniques, in DCF techniques NPV and profitability index are used, and the more preferable is the profitability index method under capital rationing. And second are the programming techniques, which include the integer programming and the linear programming, which are not there in your course. You have to study only the NPV and the PI method. And these method has already been studied and taught in the classroom in the offline physical classes. Now, why this PI method is preferable in case of capital rationing? That is due to the project indivisibility feature of PI method, and which says that due to the indivisibility of project, sometimes it is desirable to accept multiple lower ranked smaller projects than a single large project. तो एक साथ एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट ना करके हम छोटे छोटे बहुत से प्रोजेक्ट्स कर सकते हैं, और वहां से भी हम रिटर्न्स जो है अर्न कर सकते हैं. अब देखिए यहाँ पे कैश आउटफ्लोज हैं और ये कंपनी, ये जो है प्रोजेक्ट्स की एनपीवीज और ये पीआईज है। तो एनपीवी के अकॉर्डिंग हम देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे रैंकिंग डिफरेंट है। एनपीवी मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग तो प्रोजेक्ट ए की रैंकिंग 1 है, हम वी शुड अकॉर्डिंग टू एनपीवी मेथड वी शुड सेलेक्ट प्रोजेक्ट ए। बट अकॉर्डिंग टू पीआई मेथड द रैंकिंग ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट सी इज हाईएस्ट, सो एज पर पीआई मेथड वी शुड सेलेक्ट प्रोजेक्ट सी. So in under the condition of capital rationing, we will use PI method here, and which says that project C is the best. So what are the conditions under which we use the profitability index method? So there are two conditions. First is the single period budget constant, and second is the divisible project. दूसरे होते हैं linear programming techniques, which is actually not there in your syllabus, so we are not going to discuss this. So that's it about this capital rationing concept. तो राशनिंग, एज वी नो दैट राशन, राशन वर्ड जो है राशनिंग से बना एक इंग्लिश का वर्ड है. राशन मीन्स द लिमिट. जैसे मुझे पहले राशन मिलता था, तो जो राशन था उसकी एक लिमिट होती है, उस लिमिट तक ही लोगों को वो पर्टिकुलर जो भी ग्रेन था या जो भी चीज उसमें राशन में मिली थी वो मिल रही थी. तो यहाँ पे भी कैपिटल राशनिंग का भी यही है. बिजनेस में एक कांस्टेंट है, बजटरी कांस्टेंट है, एक फंड कांस्टेंट है, या तो कंपनी खुद से ही इम्पोज करी बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स इंटरनल मैनेजरियल रीजंस, or it may be the external reasons also because of which there is some rationing or limitation or constraint on the total capital availability or requirement. So that's it about this lecture, students. Thank you very much for listening.